People who like to be alone often have special personality traits. They are typically independent, creative, and introspective. They often enjoy spending time by themselves and find that they are most productive when they're left alone to focus on their work. While many people see being alone as a negative thing, those who enjoy it see it as a positive trait that allows them to get the most out of life. Welcome to Fragile Mind. In this video, we will discuss 14 special personality traits if you are a loner. 1. Creative. Being a loner doesn't mean you're antisocial or that you don't enjoy the company of others. It simply means that you like spending time alone. This can be a good thing. People who enjoy their own company often have very active imaginations. You come up with new ideas and projects because you are not afraid to spend time alone and allow themselves to focus on their work without distractions. 2. Independent. Sometimes people think that loners are antisocial and weird, but that's not always the case. You just like spending time alone, and that doesn't mean you can't socialize. In fact, loners are often very independent and self-sufficient. You just prefer to do things on their own without relying on others for help or support. 3. Intelligent. You may not think of yourself as intelligent, but if you're a loner, chances are you are. Loners often have time to think about things deeply, and this allows you to develop a higher level of intelligence. You can see both sides of every issue, and you're not afraid to challenge conventional thinking. 4. Intuitive. As a loner, you make decisions without input from others and trust that your gut instinct will guide you. This independence can be a strength, but it can also lead to problems. If you're not careful, you might start ignoring other important factors because you are too reliant on your intuition. Loners usually find it hard to adapt to new situations or collaborate with others. However, if you are aware of this, you can use your intuition to your advantage. 5. Sensitive. Loners are often very sensitive people. You'd notice subtleties that others might not, and you feel things deeply. This can be overwhelming for you because social interactions can be too much for you to handle. You might need more time alone to recharge and feel like yourselves again. 6. Self-sufficient. Being a loner has its benefits. You don't have to worry about everyone else's opinion or what they might think about you. You can do what you want, when you want, and you're never bored because you always have yourself to keep you entertained. But being alone can also be lonely. You don't have anyone to talk to and no one to confide in. This can make you feel like you're not good enough for anyone and that no one could ever understand you. But if you learn to embrace your loner status, you'll find that it's not so bad after all. You're stronger than you think and don't need anyone's approval to be happy. 7. Time efficient. Loners are typically very independent. You are often manage your time well. You know how to use your time wisely. You do not spend time on things that do not matter to you. You also have a strong sense of self. You know who you are and what you want out of life. As a result, you are less likely to be influenced by peer pressure or negative influences. 8. Level-headed. If you like spending time by yourself and focusing on your own goals, this can be a strength. This means you stay calm and level-headed when things are chaotic around you. When other people are getting upset, you can think logically and find solutions to problems that others might not be able to see. In some situations, loners can be the voice of reason that helps bring about calm and order. 9. Very brave and courageous. If you are someone who likes to be alone, it shows that you are confident and comfortable in your own skin. People are drawn to that type of energy. You don't need anyone else's validation or reassurance because you already know your worth. Instead, you use this time to focus on your goals and what makes you happy. You will let people into your life when you want them there, and you're not afraid of being alone, which makes you very brave and courageous. 10. Self-loving. Being a loner, you are used to relying on yourself. If something goes wrong, you know that you can still rely on yourself. This makes you stronger and more independent. People respect this about you, and it also makes it easier for you to have meaningful relationships with other people. They see that you are comfortable being alone, and this makes them want to be around you more. 11. Open-minded. As a loner, you are open-minded and flexible. You like to be alone and think of new things. This makes you more open to new ideas than people who are always around others. You're not afraid to try new things or explore new ideas because you know that you can always rely on yourself. This makes you a creative thinker and also allows you to be more flexible in your thinking. 12. Resilient in the face of adversity. As a loner, you have to be strong. You can't rely on other people to help you through tough times. You have to be able to deal with whatever comes your way. This doesn't mean that you're invincible, but it does mean that you can handle whatever life throws at you. When times are tough, loners have to find the strength inside themselves to keep going. You might not always succeed, but you never give up. You know that eventually things will get better. 13. Introspective. As a loner, you spend a lot of time thinking about yourself and your life. You think about your choices and what you can do to be better in the future. This makes you a better person over time. You are always trying to improve yourself and grow as a person. As a result, you are more introspective than people who don't spend as much time alone. 14. Appreciative of the little things in life. If you are a loner, you know how to appreciate life. You know that the little things mean a lot. For example, a bed that's warm or a meal that's hot. People who are used to being alone are some of the most content people because they know how to find happiness in the simplest things. And that's all for now. Being a loner has many benefits, some of which we have just looked at. If you can relate to most or all of the points mentioned, then there is no doubt that being alone suits you well. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next videos.